Say to yourself repeatedly, gabba gabba hey, gabba gabba hey. Civilization is one epic race. Do you notice how your virility is melting together with the temporal dimensions? Tell people that you're telling yourself that someday things might change. Keep your eyes shut. Appreciate how your heartbeat is starting to free. Relax your sphincter. A snake is triggered by wackiness. Human imagination is a microcosm of the elemental friction of the possible states of an electron. Understanding why you are a junkie is what makes you an ass grabber. Isn't it relaxing to try to focus on how your anxieties are part of everything around you? Centuries ago, in ancient Babylon, there was a poor merchant whose home was in the forest. One day, a midget surprised him at his home, and said, "Good evening, where can I find gold?" The merchant kept quiet. "Why do you behave like this?" asked the midget. "That is because I want you as a slave," replied the merchant. The midget then understood what the merchant meant, and became like a slave to the merchant. And the merchant was forever known to be the most nice merchant there had ever been.
Well, hello there. Seems like InspiroBot's having some issues. Hope you're all feeling inspired.
I'm feeling really inspired, and you know what, Agens? I've made a decision today.
You've made a decision today?
Yes, before the stream, when I decided that I am going to be nice today.
No, you're not.
I for sure am going to be nice. I'm going to be nice.
Guarantee.
I'm not.
He's not.
I'm not going to roast anybody today. I am going to be kind, supportive, and encouraging, chat.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
It's going to be great. This is Nice Dobbs, everyone. Nice Dobbs.
Nice Dobbs. We'll see how long Nice Dobbs sticks around for. Alright, so let's get cracking straight into this. The first bit of content that we're reacting to is a Spectrum post.
Oh, fuck.
As I said, we'll see how long that lasts. There's a link to it if you want to go check it out yourselves. It is...
Oh, God. You're not... You are not making me read this one in the narration voice. You yes. are not making me do this.
No, I wasn't going to anyway. It would take too long. And yeah, nice Dobbs already gone. Alright, so this post, I kind of read part of it, but yeah, I didn't read the whole thing. I think I'm actually going to agree with little bits of it, but yeah, we'll see how this guy goes.
I'm going to learn how to punish players properly, Chad. So get ready to be punished. You understand how that works?
Alright, so the title is CIG Learn How to Punish Players Properly. For a while now, we've had the atrocious implementation of punishment in game for antisocial activities, which has been Klesher Prison. And the solution has been to slap players with multi-hour sentences for simple crimes. Dobbs, you're going to have to move away from your mic.
I'm pretty far away from it. Well, I'll lower your volume and Gilded, actually. That'll do it.
And the solution has been to slap players with multi-hour sentences for simple crimes or almost a full day for a full rampage. They changed that a while back. It's only 6.5 hours for the maximum sentence.
No, the real punishment is having to do character recopies and resetting characters every couple of days because of just really bad bugs that can't be repaired without a character reset. That's the real way you punish players. Klesher, KRF, dude, fucking... Who cares, man?
Unfortunately, this is quite possibly the worst way to punish players because it's both ineffective and hostile to the player base as a whole.
Really?
Alright. Actually, no, I'll leave my point towards closer to the end because I want to see if old mate comes around to it. But I don't think they will. Let me explain. Currently, there is no reason to not murder everyone I see that has the potential to ruin my progress. Your intent doesn't matter. I don't have a crystal ball to see what you intend to do, and the mere potential of losing my progress gear or whatever is enough for me to open fire. My progress matters, and yours doesn't. I don't care about you. I don't care about what you're doing or how long you've been doing it. I don't care at all about anything that involves you unless you're my target or in the general area of me doing a mission.
Or at least I can somewhat agree with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, fuck them, dude. Who cares?
What I do care about is risking being friendly only for the other player to feign being peaceful, only to shoot me in the back and make me lose my gear. Who the fuck cares about gear? Furthermore, if you get on my ship without permission, I'm going to blast you because I'm not waiting for the claim time because you are there to steal it. If you come across my ship in space, and depending what I'm flying, I'll engage you or jump out. Again, my progress matters over yours. There are some that question what progress exists in Star Citizen, and the very simple and obvious answer is money. I want Alpha UEC so I can buy gear, ship parts, and so forth to play. I don't care if you are testing or see no progress to be had. You don't matter in this discussion because you aren't capable of understanding the issue at hand.
Wow. This guy sounds like me. It's crazy.
It's Dobbs' ult. Before going further though, I want to explain what I mean by all that matters is my progress. I don't think this is really necessary, but let's see. While this may seem like a selfish statement, this is the general mentality everyone has about gaming. People don't spend large amounts of time without furthering their own goals in one way or another. I'm not going to join a mole crew and be fine with not getting paid for helping the ship's captain make a ton of cash from mining. You also aren't going to volunteer to be a guide without furthering your own knowledge and fulfillment of helping out another player get in the verse. You want those good feelings of helping someone out. You're also
I'll help you
gonna...
guys out. I'll help everyone in chat out here. You want to know how you can be fulfilled in the verse? Scroll down a little bit and hit that subscribe button for the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel. Can we get to 9,000 subscribers by the end of January? I think we can.
We'll hit it. In a real-life analogy, you aren't going to wire me tens of thousands of dollars to renovate my kitchen or game room just because. You'd be surprised. If you got good friends, they might actually do that if they got the money and it doesn't mean anything to them. You care about your gameplay, and even when you are doing something cooperative like being a turret gunner, you are still doing that activity with a future promise of getting something in return for you spending time doing that. This is also why the whole "but you can just hire escort" argument is bullshit. Those pilots want action, not to be bored watching you do something while getting nothing in return. No one plays games to not get something out of the time they put in. If you claim you do, you're full of shit. Also, please realize that in video games we typically act different to real life, so trying to make any sort of comparison is dumb. There are no legal, in real life, financial or IRL social consequences for most gameplay actions in video games. Sure. Now, whenever I eventually go to prison, which is typically from something dumb like a guard rubber banding into my line of fire or whatever, I have a couple of options. I can check if there are any O2 missions, not in 318. I can log into one of my many ults I have, or I can just call it a day and play something else. That final option is the #1 reason why prison sentence timers are absolutely the worst way to handle player punishment. If you truly believe it's a good thing that players are going to other games instead of spending time in yours, you have no idea what you're doing at all. The absolute biggest goal in a game should always be keeping a player engaged as much as possible. Imposing multi-hour timers for even super simple crimes is beyond stupid and a pretty easy way to lose quite a few players. Right now, it isn't that big of a deal because most people aren't playing for long enough on a regular basis for it to truly matter, but when more people get into the game with more features, gameplay loops, and whatever else to engage in, it will be a problem.
Right, now to the real stuff. Now to actually how to actually punish players. That was just a preamble, guys. How do we feel?
Really wish I'd read this whole thing now. How do you solve it then? What does a player care about most? Progress? No. Alright, I'm going to stop here. No, it is not about progress. It is about fun.
Yeah.
You are playing a video game for entertainment purposes, not for progress. Okay, it doesn't help you in real life. Like, you do not progress anywhere in real life by playing a video game unless you're a professional video game player in esports or as a content creator.
Or developer.
If you're... Yeah, but even then, as a developer, it's more or less you're analyzing the game. You're not playing it as a game. You're playing it as a test bed.
I guess it depends.
Entertainment. That's why people play games. They want to be entertained. Some people feel like they're more entertained by, you know, working towards goals, which would indicate that progress is a factor about what they care about, but it is not the thing that they care about the most. They care about it being fun. If it's not fun, which is ironically the fucking complaint of the OP, they're not having fun because they get taken out of the stuff that they actually want to do because of prison. That's the crux of their complaint. But it is also fun.
The point that he made earlier about like money being like the main progression factor, it's like the way I see it is like the amount of progression that you have in this game comes down to your own personal progression rather than having any sort of tangible whatever in this game due to the fact that there's so many wipes, right? Like, I consider my own personal skills and improvement in that regard to be the main focus of my progression rather than the credits that I garner or the amount of ships that I have or whatnot. Like, I don't consider those things as marks of my progression, because let me tell you, I have had every ship in the game at some point, fucking 10 times over, flown them dozens and dozens and dozens of times each, respectively, and that doesn't really, it's not a marker for my own progression. Like, I consider me getting better at flight combat or FPS combat, or me getting good at a certain game loop, like that is my measurement for progress, rather more than any sort of materialistic or financial progression in this game. Now, it's going to change in the future, likely, but not at this time.
Yeah, like, but I've always said this about Mongrel Squad. When people ask, why are you guys doing, all this extra shit when it's going to change? It's like, because when things change, we just transition faster than everyone else. Like, next patch, EMP, whilst technically being more potent, is being made redundant because of self-destruct timers. But soft death addresses that, so we're changing tactics. A lot of what we do is still applicable to soft death. So we just got to change a few of the, things that we do. But the majority of, a piracy hit hasn't changed for us. So it's very minimal disruption to us, because what we're doing is essentially the same. It's just the way that we disable the ship is slightly different. Anyway, let's continue.
The game's progression happens solely on Spectrum. Yeah, true. Based, actually.
Yes, as you can see, it's happening here right now. How do you ensure a player thinks twice about something? Hurt progress. How do you hurt someone's progress in a game like SC? Easy. The irony of this is what the OP is suggesting. Getting sent to prison is hurting your progress.
You clearly haven't met anyone that likes to spend time in prison. Where's Refame at? Is he here? Make yourself known in chat, man.
Like, before we even get into old mate's ideas, fucking, they're going, players care the most about progress. How do you make them think twice about something? Hurt their progress. What happens when you get sent to prison? You're not playing the fucking game loops that you were fucking playing before. So you weren't bounty hunting if you're in prison. You're not bounty hunting anymore in there. So what's happening? You're not progressing anywhere. You're in prison. You're not fucking progressing anywhere. Like, literally, the thing that you're talking about here, hurting progress, is exactly what Klesher does.
But Agens, I can grind merits. Since he equates like some sort of materialistic thing or financial stuff.
Yeah,
I can grind merits. That's progress, right? That's progress. Come on now.
Yeah, until he leaves and then they get wiped. Unless he sends them to one of his fucking plethora of alts. But here's the other thing as well, is like, I'm going to get into what old mate's suggesting here, but it's fucking going to be dumb. Because he is sitting there complaining about something that CIG's already doing. They just don't like the way that CIG's doing it. Like, you hurt their progress. Well, they're already doing it. Oh, but not that way. You just switch alts. All crimes have a fine attached to them. Some of them are automatically deducted from your Alpha UEC balance. Non-violent crimes such as smuggling, ship accidents, evading law enforcement, trespassing, and more are assigned fine values 2 to 4 times the current amounts. The fine amount also goes up depending on how many repeat offences you have. Why? Why does it have to be 2 to 4 times? Why not 10 to 20? Like, what the fuck do these numbers mean? Why? These are just numbers that you pulled out of your fucking ass. That's it. Upon landing at a reputable landing zone, they will be unable to take off unless they can pay 75% of their total fines. If the player doesn't have the funds to cover their fines, all remaining funds will be seized and a significant portion of their future earnings are taxed until it's fully paid off. Furthermore, any of the... This is fucking dumb. Like, he's complaining, like, you want to hurt progress. Yeah, sure. This makes people not want to play. All the credits that I'm earning is going to fucking the game. It's going into this fucking sink. Oh, but you're playing the game, you're making progress. No, you're not. All the credits that you're making are fucking going into a money sink. That's it. It's no different to getting sent to prison. The thing is that, yeah, sure, you're doing the activities that you want, but in old mate's fucking, sense of progress, talking about fucking money, you're not getting that. Now, if this is supposed to be punishing and they want to try and keep people in the game, but also punish them, this isn't going to happen. This is like Klesher, except you're not in a fucking cave anymore. You can go wherever you want. It's just every time you do something that you want to do, you don't get rewarded for it. If a player is unable to pay off their non-violent crimes within a given period, they're given a prison sentence that is equal to 1 second per 100 hour for UEC. Their fines are... Why? Why not fucking, like bloody 10 seconds for every 10 hour for UEC their fines are? They may accelerate their release by mining rocks to pay off the remaining fines as well as any expenses or crimes incurred while in prison. Non-violent crimes are generally not available for bounties unless they have more than 10 offences that have been paid off. The player may pay them off and have the bounty cancelled upon payment. Well, how? They got escalated. It's been escalated. Fucking... all the credits that they're making is paying off these fucking taxes. And why 10 offences? Why not, like 5? Because this will probably, does this happen? Do you have to, fucking press a button to say, okay, I'm going to now start working off my criminal offences? Because up here, old mate is saying that, it's supposed to be an automated thing. You show up at a landing zone and you're having to pay off your debt, but you can't leave. So how the fuck are you going to pay it off? Fucking retarded.
Let's just pay more taxes in video games. Come on, guys. It's not that hard. This guy's clearly making a point to just increase taxes.
Violent crimes such as murder, assault, destruction of property, and so forth will have fines in the multitudes above a non-violent crime. The fine amount goes up exponentially depending on how many repeat offences you have. Well, at least he didn't try and give fucking arbitrary numbers. Upon landing at a reputable landing zone, a player with violent crimes will be unable to take off and will be barred access to the rest of the landing zone at the security checkpoint. Okay, so they arrive and they can't go anywhere.
What's the point of arriving in the first place?
Yeah, you literally would not go to the... You'd be like, alright, I can't go there. Because if I land, I can't take off. I may not have the credits to pay off the fine. So what, I'm going to get sent to prison anyway, but the OP doesn't want people to go to prison because it fucking kills progress. This is just getting dumber as we go along. If a player is unable to pay the 75% of their fines, they are sent to prison and must work off to pay off their remaining balance.
Oh, got it. Then why the fuck would people go there, man?
No, that's part of the punishment. Players with more than 8 violent crimes are sent to prison with no option to simply pay their way out. Well, how? Well, is that when they're at the landing zone? Players with violent crimes landing at a landing zone are considered surrendering and will serve... that would have been a better idea to lead with.
Why is it more than 8 though? Like again, like what's so special about the number 8?
I don't know.
Why isn't it 1 or 2 or 5? Why is it 8?
Could have been 7.
Help me understand, chat. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe I need a higher education.
Players with violent crimes apprehended by bounty hunters or security by force will incur an additional 15% penalty to their time as well as the cost of repairs, ammunition, and overall damage caused while resisting arrest. Why? Alright. Every time old mate says the number, just assume that we're going to question why, because it just seems like a fucking arbitrary number for that they've just pulled out of their ass, like the majority of this
Stop
fucking
resisting!
these guys
Stop
ideas
resisting! Stop resisting!
Yeah, entitlement process in space, dude. 100%. While violent crimes can pay off the remaining time they have left in prison, violent criminals can pay off the remaining time they have left in prison. They must mine enough material to pay for at least 5% of their outstanding fines in order to be released.
5%.
No matter how long they are in prison for. The cap for this amount is 100,000 Alpha UEC and the minimum is 1,000. To ensure players can't earn Alpha UEC while in prison, those are the appraised value of any material handed in, and players will be issued merits in place of Alpha UEC. Merits are automatically applied towards your sentence and cannot be earned above your outstanding balance, which ensures you can't trade merits anymore. This is a fucking Care Bear that wants to try and kill PvP. Or any combat. That's literally what this is. Would a violent criminal...
We're trying... Fucking hot singles in your area.
Alrighty. You're early. Normally you just wait an hour.
Well, chat, if it's part of your New Year's resolution to find some hot singles in your area, you just missed an opportunity.
When a violent criminal is sent to jail, fine amounts are taken from their wallet automatically to cover the costs of all accrued fines. Violent criminals are given a prison sentence that is equal to 1 second per 50 Alpha UEC of their outstanding and unpaid fines.
Let's just find ways to make all criminals go bankrupt.
No, not criminals, players.
Oh yeah, all players in general.
Violent criminals must serve a minimum of 60 seconds per murder, 30 seconds per count of destruction of property, and 300 seconds per destruction of property if it is of a capital class. What? How does this change things up? Simple, it makes you think twice before engaging someone. I thought we were trying to punish people. This isn't about punishing, this is about trying to stop people from playing the game. If the fine amount for murder is 50,000 Alpha UEC per offence, that'll go a long way towards ensuring players aren't randomly murdering one another. Even at 25k per offence is enough to make people think twice. Hitting players in the wallets is the fastest, easiest and most assured way of making players not kill on sight. I know that if I am risking my entire payday for a mission by killing someone, I'm certainly going to think about the consequences before engaging.
If you think I or anyone that plays the criminal side on Star Citizen gives a shit about their fucking wallet when it gets wiped almost every 6 months, like, I'm gonna tell you, no one fucking gives a shit. Especially those that have paid for the ships that they use to kill people. Dude, no one cares. Oh my god, you're gonna take all my money? I don't fucking care.
It's extremely clear that prison time has zero effect in keeping things friendly, and most players just look at prison as that's when they should log off for the night. Many of them rack up massive kill streaks, get killed, and just go to bed after because they were done for the day anyways. No, the solution isn't to enforce needing the player to be in game in real time to serve their sentence. That's how you kill your player base off even faster. The only way to make sure players have to think about stuff is to hurt their wallet. Prison time at the end of the day is ultimately meaningless.
No
TLDR.
one cares.
Punish players and their Alpha UEC wallet, not with dumb waiting timers. Picard palm. Poop. Fucking baby bottle.
How many of you guys in chat will be upset if the game takes away your money if you do crime?
Don't
I
trust
certainly
you, mate.
wouldn't.
Clown.
Like, oh no, you took my AUEC away. It's fucking, like it's hard to get back.
Waste basket. Do not litter. Alright, so the title,
Just steal it
they're
back.
talking
Yeah,
about
face.
they're talking about punishing players. And what they want to do is they want to turn Star Citizen into a fucking Care Bear utopia where everybody's apparently worried about losing their progress because that's what old mate fucking thinks everybody plays Star Citizen for. Because before Star Citizen, you had no progress in life. Like there was no progress in anything. You desired progress so much, and as soon as Star Citizen became a reality, you were like, yes, progress is all I care about now. I play this game and all I care about is progress. I didn't buy this game to be entertained, to have fun. You know, to bloody play a sci-fi game of a level of fidelity that no other publisher will attempt. Like the irony is that this person doesn't understand that CIG wants conflict in this game. Because what they're trying to do, they're talking about punishing players, and the reason why they want to punish players is to stop them from doing things like, you know, old mate goes along this tirade at the start about how they don't care about other people or anything like that, and they'll just murder you on sight, like, you know, kill on sight. Because they're more worried about their progress than, you know, anything that you have to say or do or, you know, want to do in the game. Fair enough. Nobody plays the game for your entertainment. Just like how we tell, you know, people all the time when it comes to us doing piracy, like, we do piracy our way. The way that we want to do piracy.
We're not responsible for your fun, right, Agens?
Yeah, we're not. We're not responsible for your fun. If you enjoy the engagement, fine. You know, that's great. Good for you. If you hated every second of it, oh well.
Good for you.
Yeah, like
good for you. You have the right to be upset.
Yeah, like just fucking need a bag of dicks, I guess. You know?
I'm so weak. So weak.
But yeah, this person literally is just trying to come up with, you know, ridiculous ways of what they think will work for punishing players by hitting them in the wallet, which fucking technically, if it got bad enough and you couldn't operate, as in, you know, like go anywhere, fuel your ship, reclaim your ship or anything like that, then yeah, like you would still end up in prison based on this system if you're a criminal based player. But then you would stop playing because all this shit here that this person is just throwing in there makes you not want to play. Like, this person has missed the point about what CIG is putting on the table for players to engage in. Star Citizen has conflict. Regardless if you fucking want it or not, it's there. Right? They want you to be engaged in conflict. Whether or not you want to be engaged in that is entirely up to how you behave in the game. Like, they're putting that on you. You got to take responsibility for your own fun. They're giving you the tools. You take responsibility for your own fun.
I'm gonna find the people that specifically don't want combat and hurt them, just so I can then log off, go to Spectrum, and see posts like this. Thoughts on that, chat?
You've probably already done it without even knowing.
No, I have. I know I have.
Like, it's simple. It just makes people think twice before engaging someone. No, it won't. People would be just like, I don't care. Like, I just...
The only thing I'll think
I'll
twice about
switch
is
to a
how I want to
different
kill
account.
you.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I guess, you know, when I do it, you know that I fucking meant to do it.
I meant it. Yeah, I made it for you. Don't appreciate it.
It's like that, was it that bloody joke about gun control where, you know, don't make fucking guns expensive, make bullets expensive. You know, $10,000 per bullet. You know that if you shoot someone that you fucking wanted to shoot them. Like, prison time. Prison is not supposed to be a punishment. It is a consequence where you failed to be good at the game as a criminal. Now,
And
right
there
now,
lies the difference.
yeah, right now, it's easier to get sent to prison because of the way that the system is set up and the fact that the game's still in fucking alpha. So there's bugs. You know, old mate even mentions it. You know, you're doing a bunker mission, an FPS mission, and a fucking, you know, guard rubber bands back into your line of fire. What the fuck can you do about that? No, but let's change the entire prison system because the prison system doesn't work. This isn't about punishing players. This is about bloody trying to kill off combat. This person just wants to kill off conflict in the game so that nobody wants to fight each other. This is like a fucking veiled PvE Care Bear attempt at trying to kill PvP gameplay.
I hope that I find this guy in Ruin Station because I'm going to be there and shoot him in the face. Here's the thing, guys. Let's gloss over the fact that we're on the road to Pyro this year, right, Cap? But as soon as I get into Pyro and Ruin Station, that is going to be my home, and I'm going to sit here and wait for this guy specific. Scroll up it, or what the fuck's this guy's name?
Oh, fucking Nomad.
Leo Degarius. Leo Degarius. This guy. I will wait for him in Ruin Station. He'll show up one day. I'm gonna shoot him in the face.
Yeah, we just want to make it clear that this is all in game, not real life. So yeah,
I am being nice. I'm being nice by doing it in Pyro and not stand.
Oh man, like, yeah, the arbitrary values, fucking. Yeah, old mate saying, I'm not going to risk my entire payday for a mission by killing someone. And it's like, cool, that's you, man. I rarely do missions in the game. I make enough credits to get by. Most of the time, the kit that I get is actually scavenged in the game.
Hey, you know what, guys? Listen, that was an experience to say the least. And you know what? We got through it. And I honestly think that we are more informed and better human beings overall after reading it. What do you think, Agens?
Fucking. This person put a lot of effort into this, so you know, like, I guess they were able to express themselves.
Him for that.
Yeah, you can't knock them for being able to express themselves. But yeah, like they're dumb. Their dumbs are ideas. Their ideas are dumb. Just dumb. Don't do it. Don't listen to this. Literally,
Right,
fucking.
It's just very sleepy. Right?
Yeah, it's like fucking 20 to 2 in the morning.
It's 2 in the morning, guys. Okay, you need to understand that this man, he stays up really late to give you guys this kind of content, or you just need to, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt here.
All right. I think that's enough of this one. Let's get ready to move on.
Pyro needs torture chambers. I mean, if you think about it, Ruin Station is just its own kind of torture chamber. Just gonna be running around and they're just shooting everything.
The next one that we're going to be doing. Hey, Space Dude, thank you very much for the super chat there, man. For the night shift.
Night shift donation. Thank you for your 5.
So the next one that we're going to be moving on to.
Oh God.
Is
God. I'm not ready.
Just titled PvP. It's a nice short one.
No. I remember seeing this. And I had to. I can't remember my exact emotions, but I think I mostly just laughed at it.
Yeah, I think we're all going to come to the same conclusion on this one.
Are you ready for this, chat? This is going to be an experience, and I would like to recite this one, Agents, if that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
So this is a story, chat. So I kind of want you to like sit back and kind of put yourself into the shoes of this man, Mohenjo, as I recite to you the following story. He starts. So, I'm seriously considering not playing the game anymore, and it's because of this issue. Tonight, I was out trying to learn how to do mining in my prospector when someone suddenly started shooting missiles at me. Of course, the prospector maneuvers like a cow on roller skates, so I had no choice to even see who was there before my ship was spinning wildly out of control. And moments later, I was just dead. He continues. After that, I found myself feeling extraordinarily stressed out trying to do anything. I didn't want to try hauling cargo or go mining or basically anything else that I enjoy because of the threat of being victimized by someone out to get his jollies at my expense. That's not any fun for me. I play to relax, to wind down after a week of work and stress, and I don't need or want more in my recreation. It's one of those things that can and has driven me out of games. I can play Elite Dangerous because it has a solo mode, but I don't like that solution. It separates players from each other. The best solution is to simply create a PvP flag. When the flag is active, you're available as a target. You can attack other PvP-enabled players and can be attacked in return. When the when the flag is inactive, you can neither be attacked nor be attacked by players, and obviously, NPCs are not restricted, of course. I hope this sort of thing can be implemented, because I really do like this game, and I hope it will thrive. And I'd love to be a part of it. I just don't know if I can play when I'm stressed out about having my day or more ruined by some jerk's jollies. Cheers. 07 in chat.
As you can see, I've already Picard palmed, baby bottled, thumbs down, poop emoji.
I am so this I can't even like form the words to eloquently describe my reaction to this. This is quite frankly one of the silliest things that I've seen. throughout the entire year. This man, chat, had legitimate anxiety at the mere prospect of simply leaving his hangar to go anywhere and do anything, because he got shot and killed by, he doesn't even know if it was a player or not. It very well could have been a fucking NPC, because he had no idea. So this could be the case of where he had such stress and anxiety from leaving his hangar due to the fact that an NPC may have killed him. Now that, agents, I think is just... I lack the words to properly describe this, so I think I'm going to turn this over to you to offer your thoughts on it.
Well, it goes back to the point that I made about conflict. CIG wants conflict in their game. A PvP flag removes that. But, you guys are already saying it in chat. It's actually in the comments. It's actually in the comments too, where people are telling, oh mate, you were probably attacked by an NPC. Like, most players don't fucking open up with a missile. They'll come in shooting, because you can flare off a missile quite easily.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like AI is programmed to just shoot missiles right off the get-go too, as they close.
But even then, like, this game is not for this person. Like Crit here, he's got the highest vote here. He says, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. This may not be the game for you. You need to be able to emotionally separate yourself from what's in the game world. No game is worth jeopardizing your emotional well-being for.
Now that's based Crit. Crit, are you here in chat? I hope you are.
Like, this game is supposed to have conflict. It's, in a violent... It's in a violent space, really. It's a violent time. You
violent time, pretty much, violent space, violent people, agents.
Well, you got the Vandal, which is supposed to be, like a just murderous civilization. But here's there's a few things going on here. One, they're complaining pretty much that they got killed, and they don't like that. They just want to be able to relax, which is completely contrary to what old mate in the previous post was talking about, because, you can't make progress if you're relaxing. So one of them's wrong.
I have an idea.
What's your idea, Dobbs?
Give me a second. I need to find the link. There we go. Alright, I'm going to post a link in chat. Okay? So, chat, I want you to pay attention for a second. Okay? Now, this guy, I think we can help him out. Okay? I'm pretty sure this guy's, DMs are open on Spectrum, so I think we should all send this man a DM, a supportive DM in Spectrum with the following link. You should see a link to animalcrossing.com. I think it would be encouraging to give this man recommendations for games that he could play in the absence of Star Citizen. And I personally think Animal Crossing is a really, really sound alternative.
Alright, I do have to make a point of saying this, that I do not actually encourage you to send a DM to this person for the purposes of trolling them.
It's not trolling. It's just... I'm really trying to help this person, agent. Come on, man.
So, whilst Dobbs...
Tom Nook is too brutal, true.
Whilst Dobbs' intention is quite, noble, I do not recommend sending this person a DM of any sort like that. If you're going to if you want to provide this advice to them, do it in their Spectrum posts. Stay out of their DMs.
Well, chat, I tried.
But yeah, like, this person is coming across as, emotionally immature towards the type of game that Star Citizen is, which is supposed to be a game of conflict. Like, Yes, they could go play Elite Dangerous because of solo mode. But they want to be around other players, but they don't want combat. It's like, well, you know, cool. CIG wants combat, so too bad. The PvP flag thing, like, no, it actually breaks too much. Like, and they've talked about this before in the past. Like, it just breaks too much of their game. It's not designed for that.
Not even ED wants those players. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
And yeah, like, here's the other thing of it, is that this person has a mentality that if they died, it was because of another player killing them for no reason. Not that an NPC could have shown up.
NPCs are fine, by the way. Yeah, NPCs are fine. Like, NPCs can shoot me. They're only following a program. A program created by someone that intentionally designed it for it to hurt players, by the way.
Well, it's not about that. The point is that they don't want to die. They don't want to die to another player. Because they don't want to feel like they lost to another player. They don't care about the computer. It's a thing. They don't care if they lost to a thing. They care about if they lost to another person. Which is, once again, another immature way of viewing things. But yeah, like, Star Citizen's just not your game, Mahenyo. Or Mahenjo. However the fuck you pronounce your name. It's just not the game for you. Or maybe wait until there's private servers. And then, you know, you can make a Care Bear server where there's no combat. Because I don't know if you'd even be able to do PvP flags. Oh, you might be able to. Who knows? We don't know yet. Don't expect that shit to come anytime soon. Elite Dangerous solo mode's probably the best place for you. So,
God, imagine solo mode. Fucking. That's how I feel about that, Agens. Just want to be clear.
Well, Elite Dangerous solo mode wouldn't have been as bad if it wasn't connected to the background simulation, as people have pointed out. Like, if it wasn't part of the same economy that multiplayer was tied to, nobody would have had a problem with it. But because solo mode pretty much also tied into the bloody background simulation, so it tied into the economy, it essentially fucking allowed players to trade to their heart's content, mine to their heart's content, saturate markets, and not have to, you know, like, deal with any sort of consequences or combat because the fucking AI is retarded. That's it.
What if in the future that I can command AI to kill players? Would it be different at that point? Will I be exempt from any scrutiny?
How would they know?
If I just let my AI do it?
How would they know though, Dobbs? They couldn't even tell that a fucking AI killed him in this instance. Because that's probably what happened. Unless they got evidence of, you know, the person talking shit at them, which is always possible.
Well, were they able to press charges, like, when they respawn? Because if not, then it was a fucking NPC.
Well, here's the thing, is that we don't even know. Like, they don't even give that much details. They just go, I got attacked, and it stressed me out, and I don't want to play your game anymore because you don't have PvP flags. So please put PvP flags in there, because I don't want to be, you know, humiliated by other players, because if I get killed by them, I feel humiliated. That's the crux of their entire post. Now, something that I do want to point out is that the URL for this, it's PvP-11, which means that there's 10 other PvP posts by somebody else. And what I'll do, I'll quickly show you the original. Moradin. Now this one is from September 8th, 2017. Hi, I have not checked in with this game in quite a while. I'm an older gamer and don't spend all my free time keeping up with all the games I bought in through Kickstarters, etc. Is this game now a full non-consensual PvP game like Eve?
This fucking guy, dude. This fucking guy.
This was asked 6 years ago.
Sorry, I need to be nice. Wait, I need to be. Shut up. I need to be nice. I need to reel it in here.
It's always been PvA. Like, admittedly, old mate's probably fucking talking about bloody, what's it called? Or alluding to a time when they spoke about the PvP slider. But yeah.
Oh my god, so consensual. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you want to go check out more, you can use that previous link and just change the number at the end as long as it's less than 11.
I feel
and you'll probably
so
find
much
another
consent
PvP
around
post. But yeah, like turns out some people just can't, like, Star Citizen is just too much for them.
Do you consent to this live stream PvP?
Anyway, I think that's enough of that one. The next one's even shorter. So the next one is quite short. And it's a topic near and dear to our hearts here in Mongrel Squad.
Consent?
Piracy.
Oh.
Increase the risk. I don't even need to scroll down to show you it all. Now that the patch 318 incentivized piracy against industrialists, only now it's incentivized. How about CIG up the punishment as well? Closure is not enough. If a pirate responsible for ship destruction and loss of cargo and life is caught after the victim presses charge, the pirate and his or her associated organization should be responsible for the compensation, 150% of total damage caused to the victim. Until the compensation is paid in full to the victim, the pirate should toil their life away in Closure.
What the fuck, dude? Alright, that's hilarious.
Edit, to be clear, if you managed to evade Boba Fett and John Wick and cleared your crime stats, then congrats. I salute your delicate skill on par with Solid Snake, and you deserve your 1 million payout. Enjoy.
What? That's such a bizarre statement.
Well, probably based on fucking comments. Dirty, yeah, they reduced the amount that O2 missions pay out in 318.
Yes, they did. I believe it's at 5,000 down from 15,000 merits as a result.
Yeah, like, increase the risk. This isn't increasing the risk. This doesn't increase the risk at all. This just adds consequence if you get caught.
There's so much difference between risk and consequence. People don't really seem to be able to make that separation.
Well, no, that's just it. Like, the title is just clickbait to get you to read this or that. And the crux of this is that they want to get paid out more than what they actually fucking... more than what, you know, they lost. That's what they want. They want to, you know, cause as much pain back to the pirate as possible.
Because they don't like pirates.
They don't have to like pirates. That's okay. They don't have to like pirates at all. They don't have to like people doing piracy or anything like that.
Agents, I'm seeing a question in chat. I want to get your take on it.
Let me guess. Jacob J. Would you say that Dobbs is an angel or a devil on your shoulder? Depends on his mood. Depends on his mood. For 318, he's getting a bit bloodthirsty, so he's been more of a devil at the moment.
You're allowing it. You're encouraging it, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't need to listen to him if I don't want to.
And I've always been this way, to be clear. Now I actually have just more of a means to do so.
So, Sketch, their idea is that until the compensation is paid in full to the victim, the pirates should toil their life away in pleasure. So, obviously, what you'd have to do is if you're mining gems in prison, when they get sold off, a portion goes to that person to compensate them. Like, this is the topic of compensation to victims being brought up again.
These guys want these guys want reparations. Let's just call it what it is.
Well, it's less about reparations and more about, like, they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose at all. So in this instance, even if they lose, if the pirate gets caught, they get to win later. Because that's what it is. They don't want to lose at all. They don't like the idea of losing. It doesn't, like, this isn't increasing risk. It's adding more consequence. But it's not even, like, a good form of consequence. Because piracy gameplay
have another question, Agents.
In a minute. Piracy gameplay is supposed to be a part of what we, is supposed to be what's on offer in Star Citizen. So fucking, like this, we just kill it because it's like, all right, sweet. I've, made all these piracy hits. I finally get caught, bounty hunter finally gets me. All right, now I'm going to prison. 100 targets I've pirated before I got sent to prison. Great. Now I got to fucking pay them all back. And it's not just the amount that I took from them, it's 150% of it for each target. Why the fuck would I want to play that game? And that's the other part of this, is that they want to kill piracy. They don't want it in the game. And their ideas are based on, okay, I don't want to lose, so I'll try and, get a win later on. And I'll try and make this, come across as so bad that other players don't want to do it. And that way it doesn't exist. But CIG wants piracy to exist. They want conflict in their game. And they want to offer it to players. And it's not going to change. Alright, what was the question, Dobbs?
Question came from Adrian Clark. He said, quote, do you guys think there's any, quote, value in, quote, hot criminals being, quote, banned from certain local systems, planetary or even solar eventually?
So when we're talking about hot criminals, we're talking about, I guess, in the sense of criminals that are drawing a lot of attention.
Hot criminals, baby. Wink.
Not that type.
Nudge.
Not that type, Dobbs. Calm down.
Oh, whatever, dude. Fucking buzzkill.
Be nice, Dobbs. Remember that. You said you were going to be nice.
I am going to be nice. That's right. Gotta be nice. Gotta be nice today.
Not really. Like, the more heat that you draw on yourself, the more that the game should pursue a solution against you. And I'd say that it's not really a hard ban, but it's like, if you've got a really big reputation where if you go to certain areas and you get spotted by security and you're getting attacked immediately, or, even just trying to operate in certain areas, like you just got security showing up on your ass all the time, Like, there's nothing wrong with that, because consequence, like, your actions should have consequences regardless of what you're doing in this game. Like, because that adds risk, because you now got to weigh up the consequences of your actions. Are you willing to take, the actions that you're about to take based on, like, what the consequences will be? Now, what, as we've been seeing, in the stream so far, is that people keep suggesting consequences that are designed to kill the professions, which is not what CIG want to do. They don't want to stop piracy from happening at all. They just want players to go, if you're going to do this, you are going to need to understand what you're getting yourself into. And you won't know straight away as a new player. So, like, new players who decide to get into criminal gameplay and stuff, and they're going to fail a lot. They're going to get sent to Klesher. They're going to, be getting hunted by bounty hunters and taken down easily. And, they'll have to build up their skills and knowledge. And prison technically will become a recruiting ground for, criminal organizations.
Hey man, what are you in for?
So when it comes to, like that whole thing about a criminal gaining heat in an area and having to essentially leave so that their reputation there cools off a bit, like, I'm not opposed to that, because that's the consequence of just being a murder hobo. That's the consequence of, being prolific and not being, careful about what you're doing. And that's something that I think, like, CIG should be aiming for, to add nuance to where you operate as a pirate. Because I imagine in those systems that it's like, all right, if you gain, enough heat on your back just by doing piracy, the reason why you went there and were willing to take that risk of being sent to prison and taken out of your game loop is because the prizes that are in that area are worth that risk. So, like, I talked about this last week during one of the reactions, where the post was, saying that pirates aren't going to all be in pyro. And they were right to a certain point. Like, Stanton is the inverse of pyro for pirates. Like, pyro to Care Bears is what Stanton is to pirates. Pyro is high risk, high reward for Care Bears, because of all the natural resources that they can get there that you can't get in Stanton. Stanton is high risk, high reward for pirates, because all of the manufactured goods that you can get there, but it's full of security. So, like, you're going to go into Stanton, you're going to commit, you're going to get what you can, and you're going to take it back to pyro to sell. During that time, you could get caught by security, sent to prison, taken out of the game loop. During that time, you're not making credits, and that's a consequence of your actions. Whereas Care Bears going to pyro, they get blown up, they're fucking waking back up on their ship, or, like, if they didn't set a med bed anywhere in pyro, they're waking back up in Stanton. And they lose all that progress. So yeah, like, I am 100% for that sort of system being in play, just so long as it doesn't make it impossible to do piracy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You ever hear that famous quote, "Kill them all," from Gandhi?
Yes, I remember it vividly.
Agents, aren't we missing something here in the list of reactions?
What do you mean?
Isn't there something that we ought to show and express gratitude for? Someone made something for us.
Oh yeah. I missed that because it was fucking at the top. Can you send me the link to the YouTube so I can put it in SyncTube?
Yeah, 1 second.
So yeah. Increasing the risk for piracy, that's not about increasing risk, it's about adding consequence. Far beyond what I consider reasonable. And it's based on a bloody victim mentality where they don't want to lose.
Alright. Link is now in games. Took your love away. Let me be taken. Alone, no way. I'm getting calls from spam. I'm getting calls from spam. My phone keeps ringing. I keep getting spam callers. How many times in a day do you get calls from like potential scammers, like spam calls, or like phone solicitors, or bullshit? Like, I swear to God, I get like at least 2 or 3 calls a day, and it annoys me, agents. I'm upset.
Spike's calling you, Dobbs. He's trying to get hold of you for another Vegas trip. Alright, so the next thing, it turns out we actually have 3 YouTube videos to watch. Not 2. And we're gonna have to do some bloody rearranging of links and shit like that. Actually, I can do that right now before we go on. Is it? There it is. Copy link. I'm just fixing some shit up here so that when I change things, it's still good to go.
Any targets ever invoke fucking parlay. Oh my God.
I don't think I've seen them do it yet.
Fucking parlay, agents.
Parlay. Right. So the first video that we're going to be reacting to for the stream is a music video.
Do you have the SyncTube anywhere? Like, I don't see SyncTube. Help?
It would probably help if I actually shared it. Well, you know, you didn't remind me. Fucking hell.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna be nice today. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be
it's
nice.
too late.
I'm gonna be nice. No, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice.
Alright, here we go. So, the next bit of content that we're reacting to here is a song that was made by a citizen. What was his name again?
The Nerdy
Gentleman. The Nerdy Gentleman made this song. Took her love away. Now, just listen to the lyrics. By the way, this featured in as one of the MVPs for what was it, This Week in Star Citizen?
That's correct.
So yeah, let's have a listen. We'll probably get, I don't know if we'll get copyright struck for this, so if you're watching the YouTube video later, just the link will be in the description. You can watch it there.
Gentlemen,
there are certain moments,
Gentlemen,
in like when you go through the process of building a brand, right? There are a few things that happen throughout that time when you're like, when you feel like there's certain things that happen to you that makes you think that you've made it. Now, random people writing songs about you may in fact be one of them, but nevertheless, thank you for the nerdy gentleman for making that song. It has now been, it now gets played and recited frequently in Mongrel Squad. You have created a hit single there, my friend. It is great stuff. And I hope that everyone...
Pay attention in the chat.
Huh?
Look at the chat. Look who's in
the
chat.
nerdy gentleman is in chat. Look at that.
Yeah, mate. Thank you very much for the song. It was pretty much as soon as like one of the guys found it and started sharing it around, everybody hadn't shut up about it since then. So it was really good. Yeah, it's really good. Everybody loves it.
I personally put it on my soundboard. You want to hear it again? You can hear it. See, it's great. I play it sometimes when we're in the loading screens. It's great stuff. Anyways, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's as Dobbs was pointing out before, like we weren't expecting this. This just came out of bloody left field, and you know, like it's a really good song. Congratulations on getting showcased on the this week's in Star Citizen. So I believe it was an MVP post.
MVP post, incredible.
So I'm pretty sure that's like a bit of a flair and item, and I don't know if they still do a ship. But yeah, like it's one of those things that you don't expect to happen. We never really were aiming for that type of fame. But yeah, as Dobbs pointed out, it's
Agens,
you know, you gain in infamy when that sort of stuff happens.
Fame, like love, like pain, like tape, is a 4-letter word. And the most important thing is what we do with it.
Yeah. And looking forward to the next one, man.
Also, yeah, the B-roll of Delamar, dude. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss it, dude. Oh my god. You know, my desktop wallpaper was a screenshot, my own personal screenshot of Levski. Dude, I miss it, man. God damn it. All you new backers will never understand the pain that we went through when Levski was deleted.
We actually we had a memorial picture of Levski, of Delamar in the first Mongol court.
It was like surrounded by fucking candles and shit.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. That's a link for it again, if for those who may have missed it earlier. That's the link to the video there. Go there, give it a like.
Yes, Delamar
subscribe.
is in Nyx.
Nyx, yes. Head to the Nerdy Gentleman's channel, you know, like his video, subscribe. Share it with your friends, you know, and hit the notification bell for him, because as he said in chat, he's working on another one. So, you know, like, we may not feature in it, but based on the quality of this one, I think it's going to be worth hanging out for the next. Alright, before we move on to the next video, I need to get a refill on my drink, so I'm going to go AFK for like 60 seconds at the most. I will be right back.
You know what that means, chat? It doesn't mean I'm stuck here with you, it means you're stuck here with me. Yeah, he's gonna go cry. Agens is gonna go have a tear roll down his cheek and everything. I'm pretty sure, like, watch, you saw him get up. You saw it in his eyes, like, you know, like fucking. his eyes were getting glossed over. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. So the Ballad of the Space Trucker you said was quicker to write, or Took Her Love Away? And hang on a second. This is actually something I want to know. If the nerdy gentleman is still here, your thought process into writing this, or what led you to writing the song, right? Took Her Love Away. Was it because, be honest, did we ever pirate you at some point in the game, and which made you want to write it, or was it just by happenstance that you know talk about piracy and then we came up and whatever? I really want to know. Like, I want to know the lore behind this, don't you, Agens?
Yes, actually, I'm interested to know the reasoning behind it.
There's a lot of stuff that happens, or a lot of posts or videos that we see about us in the community happen in response to us fighting them or pirating them or some fashion. So I want to know if this also applies. I've never had the honor of being pirated by Mongrel Squad. See, that's another thing. I think you spoke about this on like Space Tomatoes podcast, where it's like people like some people are actually they're happy to get pirated by us.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case for 318. I don't think that's going to be the case in 318. It's going to be more or less we shoot you in the face and we're taking your stuff.
I mean, hey, you know, some people are kind of masochistic like that, and they like that shit. I know Jack Action is.
Well, you know, it's about the conflict, really. It's about the conflict and, you know, being challenged and people looking for that sort of challenge to break up the monotony of the gameplay, which is kind of what that song's about, really. And, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, how hard we went. It doesn't matter how hard we went on Old Mate in the song. It was nothing in comparison to his love, leaving him.
Yeah, so I imagine like the whole point behind this is that you are a in lore or in fiction musical artist at this time in the Star Citizen timeline, in the lore, I'm guessing. Pretty sure that's what I saw in your channel description, I think. Something like that. Mongrel Squad is one of the most notorious pirate orgs in the verse. How does that make you feel, Agens? You know, I remember when back when Mongrel Squad was just a guppy. You know, like for instance, like I started editing videos for the channel when we were just at 150 subscribers. Do you remember that, Agens? Do you remember way back when?
Yeah, I know, I was there.
I don't know. He's told me recently that all these years kind of blur together.
I remember a lot of the hits that we've done, but there's been other stuff that's happened in between all of that kind of just turns into a bit of a blur.
Oh, so for instance, like you've created like multiple different artists, so I'm guessing like, because like for instance, like Took Her Love Away is more of like a country-esque song, like basically traditional country. Like do you write like different stuff in different genres of music that apply to different artists, or is it kind of like, because I'm genuinely curious about this, because I really do, because I love music, right? Because music is my thing. I eventually want to like get into writing music sometime in the future, and it's like, yeah, so this stuff kind of interests me.
Synthwave. I like synthwave.
Synthwave?
I'm interested.
I fucking... If he writes like a really good like dark synth fucking cyberpunk like kind of song, I'll be like, yeah, dude, that's gonna go right on the playlist. country or folk? I think it's more. I think it's more country.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between like just regular like. I would say it's more like pop country or radio country, because there's a difference between that kind of country and then like dark country, kind of like that sort of, like that Western kind of John Wayne, Clint Eastwood kind of country. Like, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Country blues. Like that outlaw shit. Want to release a new song every week or two. Hey, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. With that kind of consistency, I'm pretty sure you'll grow really quick.
Yeah, man. Just keep pumping the videos out. Consistency is the key.
I remember there was a period of time when we were uploading videos to the channel every single fucking day. Christ almighty, I don't understand how I even had the time to do that back then.
Yeah, well, what was it? And then for nearly 9 months straight, we had a 3 video release cycle. 3 videos per week release cycle.
Yeah, it went from daily to 3 a week to now it's like, well, we try to do 1 a week. It's been slow because we've stopped production on all the 317 videos, and we're kind of in this interlude where we're waiting on 318. So like the Piracy videos are kind of in this lull right now, but as soon as 318 goes live, videos are going to be pumping back out as per usual.
Yeah.
'70s and '80s country music, yeah, makes sense.
The old outro.
God, the old outro. We need to. There's so many mongrels asking for us to bring back the old outro, Agens.
Yeah, but fucking nobody watched it. They just liked it. But when it came to the video, like at the end, you'd see a huge drop off. You don't want that.
Now, gentlemen, nerdy gentlemen, I do have a query, another query, one last final query. If we credit you in videos that we may decide to use with your music, would that be okay? Because I'm pretty sure Agens may have an idea or two for it. So we would like to know if what would the requirements be for us to use your music in our videos if we see it, if we deem it appropriate for a certain skit, segment, or entire video.
I think this conversation may be worth having off stream. Like, I wouldn't want to put you on the spot there, mate. Like, I understand what Dobbs is trying to do, strike while the iron's hot, but I feel like this is a conversation that would be better to have offline, just so that you don't feel pressured to be on stream. Yeah, that's right. Because I understand that, like, when it comes to making music and copyright and all that sort of stuff, it's lines start getting blurred between, deals. And if you have watched, some of the videos on this channel, some of the shit I've gone through when it's come to copyright. So, yeah, it's all right.
Way back when. God, it's been over a year since that, I think, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I understand the apprehension.
Anyways,
right.
Yes, thank you again to the nerdy gentleman for that amazing piece of music, and we really look forward to what you create and post in the future. Right, chap?
Yeah, and make sure that you do go to his channel, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and all that stuff.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you never miss an upcoming song.
And yeah, like the next one's supposed to be
feel free to use that as a
so.
soundbite. You can use that as a soundbite at the end of your videos. I don't care.
Alrighty, let's we got to keep the ball moving now, guys. So let's get ready to watch the next bit of content.
Oh God! All right, yeah. Gosh, okay, all right. Hold on a second.
Remember, Dobbs, you said you're going to be nice, all right?
Yeah, I gotta be nice. 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 I was warned by other mongrels about this video, but you know what? I really like this person. I think they're great. But oh god, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. No roasting here. Only positive feelings and encouragement for everyone that we come across, right, chat? And I want chat to have this energy because I don't want to have to read chat. I don't want you guys to enable me. Okay, only nice and positive vibes, right?
So this video is from a content creator with, I think, the best name in the game.
The best name.
It is the best name. Fucking purely for the name. There's a link to the video there for those who may want to watch it in their own time. But it is...
Pro Finger Sniffer is possibly one of my favorite SC pirates, based solely on the name.
Yes,
only on the name.
That's right.
Like he's not a pro pirate, guys. Let's just be real here. He's not a pro pirate. He is a pro finger sniffer, though. Like if you ever come across him in space, he's gonna ask you to extend your finger. He's gonna take a big, strong fucking whiff of it, and that'll be it. No extortion, no ransom, no violence necessary. That's his MO. Okay?
Yeah. Right.
Or you know what? You don't have to listen to me. We can just listen to the man. We can just watch the man himself, and he can tell you. He can show you what he does. What do you think about that, Agens?
Let's get started. I realized that I wasn't recording the segment.
What are you chasing? Oh God!
I got him knocked out.
Turn your light on.
Wait. Oh, that was the hook. Okay, that was the hook.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Got it.
Yes, you read that right. I ambushed and kidnapped a player in Star Citizen. So this crazy story started with me flying to Reclamation and Ornth to pick up a crypto key. However, on my way down, I noticed another ship landing, and that ship happened to be a cat filled to the brim with scrap. At first, comms weren't working, so communicating with the target was difficult, and on top of that, we encountered a fair amount of issues attempting to get inside the cat. But my team and I managed to pull it off, and in the end, it was well worth the effort. So if you like what you see, do the things the algorithm likes, and enjoy.
I'm not ready. Why are you going after something with scrap?
Lucas said it.
You know what? I can't complain about that, honestly.
Because whenever you land your
We
ship,
attack ships that are empty.
I guess, how do I actually repair it? If it's like...
I don't know. See if you can repair it right now.
Coal maintenance services.
Well, you have to get rid of it.
Come on.
Okay.
They wouldn't let me do it.
Oh, he's got scrap.
What a hijack your ship is doing scrap.
Well, I think he's at the
You hear that,
reclamation
Agens?
station to try and sell the scrap.
Even they're
Come on,
apprehensive
don't
about the scrap.
Yeah, it's like I clicked the app thing and it's just not,
Does it say no repairs needed?
no, just it... Like, I click on the app thing and it just brings up, like, welcome to the service app, and just doesn't, like, get off of that, like...
fucking Pisces, dude.
Alright, here.
I think you need to be in the
That cat's
He has the
hovering.
pilot
I
seat.
am.
Yeah, here, I'll tell you what, here. Fire the engines up, hit I.
Why is it landing
Alright,
so far away?
Just tap the space bar
That's it.
until you go up just a little bit.
Jesus, man, look at them go.
Okay, stop there. Alright, now hold N. That'll auto land you. Oh, no, tap N now, get your landing gear back down. Get on, if you hold N, it'll put
No, somebody in their party is coaching another person on landing.
I see. Okay.
Should.
I was trying to figure out the relevancy of that.
Control
It's
down
completely irrelevant to what's actually happening.
Now try holding N.
Oh god, this guy, you know what? He's really brave because sometimes you can clip through these fucking scrap piles and
Just fall
not
through
be
it.
able to get out.
Kill your engine.
Yeah, you could fall through it.
Try.
He's a lot braver than I am, dude.
Here he comes.
Oh,
Here
there he
comes the
is.
target.
Yeah,
I
there he
have eyes
is.
on him. I don't know if he has a gun or not, though.
I wonder if he probably saw the Pisces coming in, right?
Yeah,
Saw it.
should have. Well, do you think that? You'd think that.
Where he hears the
Finger where you at?
footsteps.
He won't
Reclamation.
hear the
North,
footsteps.
whatever
He's
it's
running
called.
himself.
Okay. All right, let's go do
Hey,
the crimes.
sir.
Oh,
He's trying to talk to him.
Oh, you're
He's trying to
talking
talk to him. But there's no comms connection.
going on?
Look.
Hangar 7.
Yeah. If you have a look up here, you could probably barely see it, but there's no comms connection for prox comms. So, normally means that prox comms isn't working.
Did I send him a party invite?
so he's trying to talk to him, but he can't.
It's
Yeah.
not moving. Hey, it's not moving, man.
Why? This guy is so
I got him
stupid.
knocked
Not finger sniffer, but this guy, like the target.
Yeah.
What you do? What the? Okay.
You can take a
That's
different
just
sound
bloody-
You can jump with us.
There we go.
I was gonna take the freelancer.
Just star citizen
Oh, okay,
things
cool.
happening.
Y'all wanna come with me?
Yeah.
Nah, we'll jump in. We'll get a couple ships there. We'll look more intimidating.
Stain on the ground.
Did you put the attritions on that yet?
X Mr. Cheese.
Because
But we found out cannons with gimbal.
He's just come
seem
out-
to be actually really effective.
What are you doing?
That's
Whoa,
what
you.
Doug's been using.
So that
Heal, heal,
that
heal.
was predictable.
That's like-
Heal.
That was predictable.
Yeah.
I'm bringing this in case we have to clear a crime stat or something.
Alright, I have a tier 3 injury. We have... Yeah, you guys need to move in. We're gonna take his caterpillar full of scrap.
You could have just done this in the first place. You can't get back up that way.
Okay, so Lucas, here's another thing. When you're warping to a place on the ground, make sure you don't lock onto
Think
a
it's
player.
comes off
You
as
lock
well,
onto
loot
the
'em.
place. Otherwise, it'll fly you
Alright,
into
let's
the
see how they
ground.
breach this cat.
Okay, I'm next to the cat.
I'm interested actually to see how he does this because he came up with a method of getting into prospectors.
Cheese. Oh, he's dead. I
Yeah, I
can't-
do remember that. The way he got into the prospector was actually pretty clever.
Oh, is
not-
that the
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah, is he not dead?
I have a recipe.
Oh, that would be so funny if you show up and then fucking fingers just blast
This
him.
is not the way.
He's like, oh, somebody's here to save me. You might just incapacitate him.
This is
It's
not
a
the
way, but it's not the
way.
best way.
I'm trying to,
Pop the side doors open. Pop the side doors open.
Yeah, pick him up.
Pop
We're
the
gonna
side doors
kidnap
open.
him. We're gonna bring him in the cat. Take his clothes off, too.
Get him naked.
Yeah, get him naked.
He's gonna do
Oh,
it.
I see what you're
He's gonna
doing.
do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Wait.
I'm gonna shoot that back door with the
Why-
shotgun so it can open up.
Why are you on the
What
Why
are
are
you
you in the
doing?
front? Why are you in? Why
Yeah,
are you in the
should.
front?
Yeah,
Why,
I've seen it on YouTube.
why are you,
Said you're gonna
why
be
are you-
nice, Dobbs.
That was a thing. I like it.
I'm not. I am being nice. I'm just asking why he's
Or
in
control
the
the
front.
left side if you're looking at the door, back door.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
hovering
Like,
it. So
you-
it's,
like,
he's,
like,
yeah,
you
this
have
is-
it-
this
you
is-
have it
this is
good.
some,
Up
Oh,
until
about the-
why are you
this is
using a
experimental
shotgun? You
like,
can
so,
literally
hey,
use the
you want
fucking
me to
shit.
get some ice and maneuver pretty while you try to shoot her.
I got the door open.
Or did you?
Your ship weapons are so much more powerful.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a look at this
Oh
again.
dear lord. Oh my god.
You alright, Finger?
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
god.
dead. Oh, I did not account for
Yeah.
this.
See.
You just
What?
heard him say,
There
I did
we
not
go.
account
No,
for this.
the,
I did not account for
boxes
this.
were here.
Hey, he's
Oh,
on
is
the
he doing it
side.
now? Hey. Wait, is he on the right side though?
Oh,
Is he on the right side? I
we'll
can't
find
tell.
out in a minute. We'll find out in a minute.
Is he on the correct side?
What do you guys think?
I
Do you
can't
think he's
see.
on the correct side?
Is he on the correct side?
Nobody, if you've watched this video, don't answer.
Yeah, don't answer if you've watched the video. Don't answer. I can't tell because he's fucking staring right up at that, and it's like, why? You have somebody up in the air in their ship. Like, are you guys all
I'm
like
gonna
kitted out with
say-
distortions?
I'm actually going to say the wrong side because of where those panels are. Oh, you can't see it because the fucking chat's in the way. So, roughly, hopefully he'll pan down. Yeah, there you go. So, You can see. Actually, no, he's on the right side.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, that's the
looking at
front.
yeah,
That's where
he is on the right
Pisces
side.
is.
He's on the port side. Okay, good.
Yeah.
But it's like I really want to know, like, if every person on their team is kitted out with like completely distortion weapons, because that's the only way I can think of in my brain why this guy is using a shotgun to breach the doors.
Yeah.
They can easily shoot these doors open with their ship weapons that they have in the air. All it takes is just a tiny little bit of lethal fire, just pop, 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 and the doors fucking swings open. Nice. And
They
easy.
do have to get through the shields first. So yeah, like they do have to get through the shields first, but
That's true.
and ballistics will travel through that shield.
And you,
Alright,
like if I'm pretty sure if you get the ship close enough, you can actually put the laser. You can put like the laser weapons like through the shield if you're close. If you put the ship close enough, or the weapon.
Not with the new shield tech. You used to be able to.
Really? Yeah, that's true. You used to be able to.
All right, let's keep watching.
Not asking them for ransoms anymore. You just kill them.
Well, no, I wanted to ask for ransom, but he wasn't in chat. Is he picked up? Did you pick him up yet, Ward?
No, I just got my gray cap. I don't really need it for this.
Why is the Connie
also, this is
landing?
why-
There's no hurry to
Also, this is why you have a railgun on your back.
press these
Like,
guys.
literally, I carry an FS9 and a railgun on my back,
gonna be funny
and the
that
reason
you're
why I have a
rescuing
railgun on my back
shooting
is so I can breach doors in FPS.
Well,
I don't have to rely
I'm
on,
gonna
what
get
is it using? What, the BR2 fucking thing?
Do me a
Yeah.
favor
Like,
right there.
never underestimate the power
Can
of
you
the
shoot
fucking
through the
railgun.
side panels?
Railgun is
of
like
the
the best
Caterpillar?
fucking weapon in the game.
Ah, there you go.
If you
He's
got
telling
enough
the
fire.
Do I
Connie.
have to use a shot?
He's telling the Connie to do it.
Weapon?
No,
Or
you
a
can use your
ship
ship
weapon?
weapons. Use your ship weapons.
He's got no ammo in his shotgun
shoot,
left.
Shoot the one back here.
Oh, so now he's telling the pilot to
Just,
fucking shoot the doors open.
Ship weapons.
Got it. Yeah,
Bless
do
you.
the thing.
Yeah, this-
Do the
Oh,
thing. Do
shields
the
are probably
thing.
gonna kick in, aren't they?
Well, you can take down a shield and you'll be able to shoot it.
Is
Just
it this
Hey,
one right here?
where's the
Punch
side
through it.
panel?
Punch through the shield.
you don't have to
Are
shoot
you
the side
aiming at
panel.
it?
Just shoot the door.
Just shoot it.
Always
Shoot
the
it.
door.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Just
door.
shoot it, dude.
It's-
Just shoot it.
When you shoot at
For
this,
fuck's
it'll open
sake.
up.
Just shoot.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I need to
see
be
it.
nice.
The bottom? Okay. Alright, good back up.
Just shoot at the red side. It should open up.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it. My gun's down here. I have to do it. Oh, there. Okay, there you go. Shoot. Aim low, Lucas. There you go.
It's open.
There
It's
you
open.
go.
Yes, you
Oh,
finally did
fucking
it.
far out, man.
Yes.
Okay, let me get under
Yes.
Connie and I'm gonna see if I can jump in.
Okay, hold on.
It was the greatest moment of my life.
And then I'll.
The front ramp will probably be the easiest one.
Yeah. Front ramp.
So when you get on that front ramp, I'm just gonna stay in third person just so I can clear the back end.
Alright.
But then you just go ahead and just talk me on to where you need to get clear. You need me to get.
Oh, shit,
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for
Yeah,
that.
I knew that was gonna happen. Fucking.
Alright, I'm coming in.
Alright. Take me to the door.
Usually have to wait for them to land for you
Okay,
to
are you on?
move.
All right. So you go ahead and just talk me on.
You're worrying about getting knocked on your ass.
Yeah, and then when we unlock it, we're gonna get Cheese's body.
Reasons
and,
why we use the cutlass
bring it
blue
over.
for boarding.
Bring it on board the ship. And then we're
Or
gonna
any
take
ship
him
with a
to
rear ramp.
Deep space, and we're going to negotiate.
Oh, I want to see if he knows the ladder trick. Does he know the ladder trick?
A little bit
find
closer,
out in a
almost
minute.
there. A little bit closer. Keep going.
Yeah, that's good. You
You're
can go there. There you go.
Nice.
Does he know the ladder trick?
Over here. No, the body.
we didn't
the
see
real-
it.
The ramp. Yeah.
What?
Let me know when you guys are aboard.
Come on.
Hey, Lucas, you want to ride with him so you can cover the body?
Yeah.
All right. I'll
They
get
were.
in the Connie.
It should be unlocked, so you should be able to go up.
Well, agents, I guess we'll never know. We only have speculation.
I'm coming down.
Pretty
shot
sure if he
down.
got into that cat, he knows it.
Where are y'all at?
All right, cool. Yeah, that was a good hit. Good scrap.
Jesus, what the
Let me
fuck?
revive him.
Is he on?
Because he
If he's unarmed,
grabbed
then
his
yeah, go for it.
contract.
He had a pistol in his hand.
I got it.
Alright, Mr. Cheese, can you hear me?
Carry lowered.
So here's the deal.
Carry lowered.
I want to let you go, okay? I want you to live. I want you to be able to sell your scrap here.
Scrap.
But you need
It's
to
a lot
make
more
me happy.
generous than I would be, Agent.
So I need you to tell me how you're going to make me happy.
Well, that depends on what makes you happy.
Don't say toe picks.
Yeah, we will not accept toe picks. However,
Did I just hear toe picks? The fuck?
Toe picks.
I am talking along the
Oh,
lines
you've been
of
talking to these
monetary
people?
gain, if you get my gist.
Well, I mean, the trading game doesn't make a whole lot of cash, I'll say that.
I'm aware of that. And again, I'm not asking for much because I know this is scrap. You know, it's not worth a lot. But I want you to give me what you think is reasonable for your life and ship back.
Wow. He's being extremely generous.
Afterwards, I'll decide
say
if I'm
this,
happy or not.
I would be so pissed if this was.
What I already paid for the rescue beacon, thank you for that, by the way. It's about half my profit margin already.
How much was the rescue beacon?
15K.
Alright, I'll tell you what.
15K.
Agents, I'm going to say
If you send me 10K,
I am
let you go.
disgusted by how
I'll bring you
friendly
right
this
back
is.
Okay.
to the reclamation depot. I'm gonna send 10K to Pro Finger Sniffer.
In before all of his security friends jump to his quantum
Yeah, I
beacon
remember how-
or to Orinth and blow up this shit.
I might have also drugged the fuck the shit out of him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him waving there.
Dude, give him a fucking
He's
detox penalty, said.
Nope.
Ouch.
Oh, Dirty, you got something to...
Alright, sir, the
you're gonna
payment has
post a
been
new video?
received. We will transport you
Shit, yeah,
safely
like a
back
feature.
to where we got you. And we will leave and be on our merry way. However, I ask that you stay on the ground while my team has you secured until I take you back to the location.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not for him to get.
Alright, brother. Enjoy your earnings. See you around.
You just got paid
He's
for us to
getting-
troll you.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So goofy, man.
Alright, Mr. Cheese, I wish you luck on your journeys.
Alright, thank you very much. I would say it was a pleasure,
Let's
but
keep 'em
well,
going,
that's
yeah.
done.
I only remember the name Pro Finger Sniffer. Oh god.
I don't think he's gonna forget that.
Alright, I'm gonna grab the crypto key and then I'm gonna catch a ride with somebody.
Yep, I'm right out here waiting for you.
Oh yeah. Just fly off like this. This is good enough for me.
Then he gets fucking
Get that-
thrown off.
He's gonna get thrown off. Oh god. Fucking force reactions. Alright. Thank you, Pro Finger Sniffer, for that excellent pirate hit. Now, so what I will say, there's, what was it, the part when he shot him? Like, you really could have, like, for the sake of maintaining, like, they're, like, I see this a lot with, you know, pirate groups and everything. Like, they feel that they need to, or that they want to just, like, keep the target alive on site. Because, for some reason, if they don't, then they won't be able to negotiate. It's like, the chance for negotiation isn't lost when the player dies, because, you know, they can respawn. So it's like, there's, if you kill them, they'll respawn, and you can do all your negotiations at that point. Like I can understand, like, if you want to keep them around for, you know, if it's like roleplay reasons or anything like that, then that's fine. The
will
other
say
thing
that-
too, it's like, the other thing too, it's like as soon as you can cap them, you need to loot them as well, because here's the other thing as well. even extorting somebody on their ship is dangerous, because it's like you don't know what they have in their vehicle inventory, and then before you know it, they could just spam equip a whole bunch of stuff, get up and start shooting people, which is the reason why we always put an emphasis on removing the crew from the ship and just completely from the area as quickly as possible. Like, there are so many things that they can do to frustrate you, even if you think that you're in control, which is why we always just default to just killing them, getting them out, getting them away. And it's like, you can always like incap them, you can strip them of their weapons and everything, but you'll always be limited in the control that you have unless that you just fuck them right off the area and keep the ship for yourself and take everything.
So, yeah, it's just another example of piracy, really. Like, there's multiple methods of doing it, and extortion is a type of piracy, which is exactly what these guys ended up doing. Well, technically, no, this was ransom, because they took old mate's ship and they sold it back to him, essentially. And it was scrap, so they weren't going to make a lot from it. They had to keep the amounts low. But it's about experience more than anything else. You know, you saw in the video, like, it took them a while to get into that ship. But the next time that they hit another caterpillar, they'll know, use a ship to take down a door and enter through the port side. So the next caterpillar that they hit, they're not fucking around. And this is why, you know, like we do piracy, you know, even when people say, oh, what's the point? It's fucking one, it's a game and we're here to have fun. And piracy is fun. But two, you know, we gain experience, we learn about, you know, what we do, how we do things. And yeah, like we improve. The docking collar hasn't worked on the caterpillar since it was made.
And also I see a comment in chat saying about how keeping them alive has its advantages based solely on the premise of, you know, cooperation and a reputation for honoring their word. I want to make a clear distinction between what it means to be honorable and what it means to honor your word, because those are two completely different things. You know, for instance, being nice to the target, you know, negotiating, keeping them alive, you know, being cordial and polite and everything, like, that would be considered honorable for people. And also keeping your word as well, that is also considered as an honorable thing to do. But the thing that is, honoring your word doesn't automatically make you honorable, due to the simple fact as, like, we in Mongrel Squad, for example, if we say that we're going to do something, we're going to do it. So if we say that any ship that we find, we're just going to we're going to brick it, we're going to get on board, we're going to kill every last one of the crew, we're just going to take it with no regard for, with absolutely no regard for how the target feels. No concern whatsoever. We're honoring our word, and that's our reputation, but our reputation is not that we're honorable pirates. So I just wanted to make that very clear, and just to make sure there's a very clear distinction between the two.
See, keeping the target alive during a ransom and on the ship is more advantageous to them than it is for us. The risk is there, but with the way that this game currently functions, we don't know if that person has friends or not. And we have been in situations where we've been, you know, like in the middle of negotiations like this, and we've been attacked and we've had to fight them off. And the first thing we do is we fucking pop old mate. The person that's on the ground, they're a quantum travel beacon.
Yeah, because like you can be negotiating with the target, they could be incapped on the ground, and you could be figuring all that out. Meanwhile, half a dozen of their friends jump to their quantum beacon because he's not dead, and he's still a quantum beacon, So they could literally just be stalling for time and just fucking saying some dumb shit and trying to haggle you or whatever. Meanwhile, their security force comes in and causes trouble. Like, Agens is right when you're keeping the target alive for the target's benefit, not your own. It's all about control, and the more you do out of courtesy for the target, the more control that you relinquish to the target.
At the end of the day, if they really want their ship back and they're willing to pay for it, they'll pay. The whole idea of people getting upset, oh, you shot me in the face, like, you know, like, buddy, that, you know, what was it, mid-air shipboarding, or mid-air boarding is a good example of this, where the amount of comments in that video about, oh, you shot him in the face after you told him to stop, it's like, and that you're going to negotiate. It's like, yeah, they don't need to be on the ship to negotiate. They just need to be on the server. That's it.
Yeah, and they for instance, in this video, they were at Orinth, which is why we don't really recommend hitting ships on the ground like that directly at those outposts, because again, those are also quantum beacons, which is why, like, when it, like, pushing the ship away from the outpost to whatever extent is possible is always in your best interest.
Well,
by the way, when it comes to mid-air boarding, yeah. By the way, when it comes to mid-air boarding, dude, fucking, I still get pinged in notifications for people still replying to me in that thread, fucking months after that video has been posted. People are still coming at that comment section saying some dumb shit because they're still upset. It's silly. It is so silly.
Yeah. Though, like, you know, if people still want to do extortion and ransom and all that sort of stuff, it will have its place. Like, there's going to be times where it'll make more sense to do that than it will be just to slaughter the whole crew. But it's also important to build up a reputation of being known as also being ruthless, and that if you aren't slaughtering the entire crew, that they're being afforded a certain level of, I guess, leniency, courtesy, that they should really be fucking taken advantage of, in the sense of, like, hey, we didn't get fucking murdered, maybe if we comply we get our shit. Or, you know, like, they just fight back. Either or, you know.
Yeah.
It's all about the game.
It's putting a lot more trust into the other party than I'm willing to relinquish.
Yeah, like, based on experience, most players have no interest in honoring any sort of deal. So it's like, well, it depends on the words that you use, but you are right. But the target was told that in mid-air boarding, and I'll keep going back to this example because people keep bringing up this as an issue. If you stop your ship, we'll talk. They did exactly that. Stop the ship. They got shot in the face. They're actually, the guys were expecting them to...
It was a Carrack. Yeah, it was a Carrack. And the team that was on that hit, they were fully expecting them to respawn on the Carrack because it's a fucking Carrack, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When you board a ship, if that pilot is still in the seat on the bridge, then you do not have control of the ship. Too many times I see players that are doing piracy that board a ship and just hold the player at gunpoint. Meanwhile, the dude has pressed the backspace button and that self-destruct timer is going down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6... And sometimes you don't actually hear or see that alert when you actually get to the bridge. So you can have no fucking idea that the self-destruct is happening. And then while you're asking nicely to please, sir, get out of the seat, the ship blows up. Okay? That is the reason why, like, we like we put such an emphasis on this during our training, is that if the pilot's in the chair, you get them out without question. You shoot them out of that seat.
You don't
Yeah,
ask them to get out of the chair. You shoot them out. You don't fucking wait. You shoot them out of the chair, because the animation time takes time. You got to find the interaction point, because sometimes it's not always where it's supposed to be, and you end up in this position where it's like, bloody, you could be like 5 seconds away from that ship blowing up, and you're fucking around trying to find an interaction point. Now, you know, like going into 318, distortion damage got a buff in the sense that ships get disabled for 5 minutes. And we trained in methods that would enable us to be able to leverage that to maximum effect. But we're not going into 318 and we're not using distortion damage at all, because self-destruct is still a thing, and the only thing that will stop self-destruct is soft death. Or you get onto that ship and you cycle the self-destruct in the pilot's chair. And the problem that you've got there is that it takes time for ships to slow down. It takes time to board that ship. Then you got to fight the crew. What we've seen, especially last year, was a huge increase of players using bed logging, crash recovery mechanics, alt F4ing, combat logging, doing whatever they could to not have to deal with the encounter that didn't involve combat. And if they couldn't win the encounter, or they couldn't get away with using an exploit, self-destruct was the next thing. And this isn't just, you know, like, this isn't just me talking out of my ass. This is like hundreds of hits that we did last year. And that's the same trend that we were seeing. It was getting to the point towards the end of 317 where it was just like, a lot of the guys just wanted to, you know, like, take a break from doing piracy, because it was like, we just know that they're going to fucking try and bedlog. As soon as you see them get out of the pilot's chair, it's like, fucking destroy the ship. Because it means that they're running for the bed.
Yeah, and like, for instance, like going back to mid-airborning, like, the purpose was still to negotiate with them on the ship, but they had the intention of extorting them through the medical bay, because if they're sitting in the medical bay, then there's no other way that they can influence that ship or the state of that ship. They are essentially locked in that bed, and they cannot do anything other than talk to you. So you're putting them in a position of disadvantage. But they didn't respawn on the bed because they didn't set their spawn on the bed. So they respawned wherever the fuck their last port of call was. And that didn't impact the negotiations whatsoever. We were still able to get in contact with them, right? They were a little bit fucking salty that they got killed, but that's not our fucking problem. Not our responsibility. Like, if they really wanted it back, then they would have fucking threw down and put some fucking numbers on the table, man.
All right, we got some other questions. Will death of a spaceman permadeath? Well, with death of a spaceman permadeath, will have a huge impact on negotiations with the player remaining on server, as well as a risk to your player. Have you considered that eventuality? There's a lot more to it than free death when it comes to piracy gameplay. The consequences of losing time is more important to us. From the perspective of getting sent to prison is a loss of time, because it takes us out of the piracy gameplay loop. the target when it comes to, you know, being concerned about them dying when death of a spaceman starts having more of an impact, they'll start reaching out to us beforehand. For us, it's about the consequences of our actions actually having an impact, and that really comes down to how CIG decides to handle that. Right. Patrick says they have really no defense to these attacks, correct? Like you shut down the ship using QT, jammer, and or distortion, and they are automatically screwed.
The notion that they have no defense is silly.
Yeah.
Even if their ship is incapacitated. Even if their ship is incapacitated,
Dobbs,
there's still
there's more to this.
Fine.
You keep cutting me off too. Anyway. The first step to dealing with a piracy attack happens well before it even happens. Like, it's about preparation. Like, if you don't take a piracy attack seriously, you're gonna get fucking shat on. That's reality. But that's the case for any sort of attack. You're just gonna get shat on by anybody attacking you if you're not playing smarter. If you fucking fly thumb and bum, mine and neutral, and just expect to be able to fat arm it in your bloody cargo hauler, moving boxes from one point to another
by
in
yourself,
an area that's dangerous, and you are by yourself, and then pirates show up and you expect to be able to fight your way out and escape, when those pirates, you know, trained, brought the right equipment, you know, use the right tactics, have done their due diligence to ensure that they're going to be successful, of course it's going to look like you're going to get shat on. Like, of course you're going to feel like you got no defenses. You didn't do anything. Like, your defenses start before you even get on your ship. You have to prepare yourself. Be smarter about your movement. You know, like, maybe don't go to the most popular outpost to trade the most valuable commodity. Because that's where the pirates are going to be hanging out. Right? Because there's already bloody, you know, a dozen other haulers that don't do their due diligence to themselves. You know, and be responsible for their own fun. You know, like, don't go to the areas where pirates are going to be going to, which normally are the areas where you're going to make the most money. There are other things that you can do in the game, hauling wise, that'll still make you credits. Not as quickly as the best commodities, but you're less likely to get pirated. But if you do decide that you want to go after those higher commodities, diversify your risk by getting other people to also buy in. Have turret gunners and escorts. People keep saying, oh, you know, you can't fucking do that. Yes, you fucking can. You can do that. Bloody diversify the risk, get the gunners and bloody, you know, escorts to buy in on the cargo load. And they'll be more invested in seeing that it, you know, succeeds. And credits really don't matter. It's about experience.
Experience doesn't get wiped away, right, Agens?
Yeah, and you can build on it. But if you do get attacked by pirates, it really comes down to you understanding how the motivations of those pirates. Like, they're there for your fucking cargo, your valuables. You're just an obstacle. Now, you know, like, if you understand what they're doing, you can come up with counters. You know, people have this mentality, you know, that they sit there and go, I'm going to defend the bridge because I know that the pirates are going to come here. And I want to stop them from taking the ship. and there's 4 pirates coming, and you're by yourself in a choke point, and you might get one of them. Good for you. You went down swinging. The pirates still got their fucking loot. Think and use oblique strategies that people aren't expecting. I'm not going to go into them because they're the same strategies that we use to counter other pirates trying to take shit from us. But it's called having a brain, you know, thinking about what you're doing. Like, people who sit there and go, oh, you know, like, buddy, they showed up with all this stuff, I'm fucked. You know, like, it's 5v1. It's like, yeah, no shit, because we know that we need those numbers to be able to perform the job. It's not our fault that they're by themselves. Anyway, I think we've had enough talk about this particular subject.
You think so? I think we can harp on about it for another 3 hours.
Oh, dude, I could. I definitely could. But I want to move on to the last bit of content. Nerdy Gentleman asks, are there any orgs out there of pirates that pirate only pirates? No. No pirate hunting orgs. If they do exist, then they're not making themselves known.
Of pirates that pirate only pirates.
So essentially pirate hunters.
I mean, we'll hit other pirates out there, but it's not exclusive. Like, we don't. That's not our only purpose.
Yeah, it's about
anything that has a prize on it. We'll fucking take it.
Have a crack at it.
Have a crack.
All right, so the next bit of content that we're going to be reacting to is actually quite interesting. It's a bit RP, but it has some cool moments in the parts that I watched. But
I didn't watch it. What is this one? What is this one again?
This one. So this next video is let me get it over here. Pause it there. So the next one,
oh god.
The Mandalorian bounty hunting. Star Citizen, but the Mandalorian bounty hunting.
Agens, I swear to God, if this guy says something to the effect of like, I'll bring you in hot or bring you in cold. If he says that within like the first like 30 seconds, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Maybe.
And I'm gonna go make breakfast.
I'd say I don't think he says that. It's a bit of a blend of like like a narrative overlay over gameplay.
That's fine, I guess.
Kind of like his inner thought while he's playing. So yeah. Now this is from HOD, H-O-D, and HOD, yeah. This is on his second channel. His main channel, like this guy has about 250,000 subscribers. His main channel has a lot of Ark gameplay on it. And I was a big Ark fan. He's played a bit of Star Citizen as well. But one of his latest videos was about a publisher that had bought out Wildcard Games who made Ark, and it was actually quite interesting. So I'm not going to feature it here because the focus is Star Citizen content, but I highly recommend they actually go to his main channel and go watch the video of what was it, Snail Games cheating in Ark. It's actually quite interesting. Alright, but we're going to be watching Star Citizen, but I'm the Mandalorian bounty hunting.
He's not going to be alone.
I didn't notice that last time.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay. It's a bad start.
This is why I always tell the boarding team to go in feet first into a
He's
gravity
definitely gonna
well.
have a friend.
Scripted? Possibly.
Come on, come on, come on.
I don't know. I don't think it's scripted.
Let's see what you got, Banana.
I think it's too ambiguous for it to be scripted. If this is scripted, then it's a pretty bad script.
Silent and
We're
deadly.
pretty
Leads me to
loose,
believe
I
that
would
this
say.
is just, yeah.
It'd be a pretty
This
loose
leads me
one.
to believe. Leads me to believe that this is actually
Okay.
gameplay.
Yeah.
His friends and his shit.
So something here that I want to point out. You followed. This is one of the things that I actually hope CIG does away with, is that they, you know, like as you get closer to where the target is, that marker starts disappearing. Myself personally, if I knew that the target was in here and I wanted to challenge myself, I'd turn the bounty marker off by untracking
Go
the
third
mission.
person.
Now, it's pretty clear if somebody with a bounty is coming to SPK, they're going there to clear it. So they're going to be going into the center room. Having that bloody god eye there just makes it fucking too easy. I would challenge myself by turning that bounty marker off and, you know, like making my way in there and scoping out the room and seeing what they're doing and then making a plan and executing on it. As opposed to what Old Mate is going to do now. And this is something that I think CIG really needs to like focus more on when it comes to their mechanics, is trying to teach people how to play their game through the way that it's designed so that they get better at it. This God Eye marker doesn't help people get better. Doesn't encourage it at all. I understand the need for it over longer distances when you're trying to, you know, catch up to the target and get within range so that you can take them down. But once you're within range, you shouldn't need that marker anymore. Especially if you're going on foot into SPK. It's such a small space.
Well, and also, yeah, Crane, he's crouching. He's crouching. It means he's stealthy. Can't be seen or heard. Crouching. It's crouch walking, man.
Okay, come on, come on, come on. Oh no, there is two.
You're just going to ignore his friend that was just chilling there?
Well, we got our objective.
not have a-
Oh, we're down though. There's always more.
Well, that was nice.
He's got his bounty certification.
True. I mean, yeah, good on him.
He rezzed me!
What the?
Oh, no way.
What the? What?
Wait, why did he res me? What? I think he thought I was his friend. No way. No way.
Kill?
Yeah,
Now
you
I've got a
got
crime stat for defending myself. I'm just gonna kill them all next time.
You're
Bring
gonna
me
heal?
cold.
Oh, God, he said it again.
Okay,
What?
silver.
There's no resolution to that? What?
Sterling over here.
I wanted to see how we would get out of that.
In a constellation.
Just track down a bloody
He's just waiting for us.
crypto key and hack your crime stat
He
away
knows
straight
we're
away.
coming. This is gonna be a hard battle.
What's he in? I can't even see.
What?
Let's give him
Our guy or the bounty? I think he said he was in a constellation.
to get a little bit
The
closer.
bounty.
I think he said he was in a constellation.
Okay.
Oh. Here he goes. Oh, we
He has
get
M5As. Oh. What do you think of these laser cannons?
Yeah, we don't win this battle.
Yeah, no, it's sick.
But we'll try. He's not returning fire yet. There he goes. Yeah, we're in trouble now. Yeah, we picked off more than we can chew here. Shield's critical.
Oh,
Damn.
fucking Connie's
Oh,
just
God.
bloody back strafing.
We're going down.
Jesus.
100%.
That honestly scared me for a second, Agens.
Well, that bounty,
Okay.
that
Here he
fucking
comes again.
Connie is
Oh
just
dear,
back
oh
strafing.
god.
He's
He's
gonna
gone for the
ram.
ram. Oh, no way. We win the ram. The
Fucking-
Lancer
Hey, you got the
could.
kill.
Bob
too.
dog fighting, dude.
No way. Alright, we gotta get some repairs for this
That's
next
just,
mission.
I mean, pretty good on you, man.
Okay, final target, Major Rage. If he's with other people, I'm just gonna take them all out. Honestly. I'm
Who's
sick of
this?
hunting the bounty and their
Damer.
friends killing me. There's a few ships here. Yeah, he's definitely got some friends. Not for long.
Why are you
This is 200
engaging
IQ.
from so far away?
He's starting with missiles, man. I'm pretty sure Skunkorch would like this guy.
Ace, thank you very much for the
He's
super
down in the
chat there,
bunker.
man. Really appreciate it. Cost for
We'll make
studying
sure
the
he doesn't
piracy way
escape.
to figure out how to combat piracy.
Oh, the station's shooting us there. One ship down. Gotta get this turret. Come on, come on.
He just lost the
Shields are
bounty.
getting low. There we go.
Wait, wait, wait.
Yeah, we got
Guys, I think we found the person that killed old mate who was having that anxiety attack after being missiled with in his prospector
Yeah, it was this guy.
from the
It was this
previous
guy.
it's this guy. This guy opened up with the missiles. Oh man.
You have to respect it though, Asians. You have to respect it. I'm pretty sure it's intentional that he's like masquerading as an NPC to make people to give people like a false sense of security. You know, like 100%. That's what's happening.
Prime
You gotta
stat.
respect it.
But I'm still gonna get my bounty. Bring him in cold.
He said bringing him in cold again. Fucking.
That's 3.
Take down this
How
turret.
many more times do you think he's gonna say it?
Oh, God.
Come on.
Don't make me answer that question.
There we go.
All right, it's safe to land.
Okay, they've left some boxes from their ships too.
Fucking landing
Take
is
that with
this?
They're gonna be around here though. We gotta be careful.
It's a professional landing. He's a Mandalorian, Agents.
It's
You
gonna
need
be
to
through these
respect it.
guys.
Come on, man.
Come on. This letter's risky. Okay, where are they? Oh,
See, the
there's
Herald
one.
is strong enough that it's still.
Hey!
It's down.
I mean, why were you
Finish
out
him.
in the open using your Moby?
Let's see what's
That's
in
what
here.
you do. There was an NPC that attacked them, so they weren't concerned.
True. Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, true.
Bit of stuff actually.
True.
Wait, is that
We'll take
gunfire
that
coming
with
in?
us.
On the right?
I don't know. I didn't see.
See, if we hadn't killed these guys, they would have killed us anyway.
Oh, that's not even his bounty.
There's no way we're
No.
keeping
I
this.
see.
Somebody else.
He
He's
just-
got a
mission
bounty.
here.
He now has a bounty.
He just fucking. He killed a civilian. Fuck, dude.
Like,
The dilemma of bounty hunting. He's gonna be waiting here.
Yeah,
There
the
he is.
dilemma of bounty hunting when you just kill a random player. You just like, I can't even like Like, dude, did he even realize that his objective failed? I don't even know if he realized it.
No, he did. He said that he was still going to bring him in cold.
He's just fucking gonna bring him in cold, man. He's gonna.
The thing about this is the thing about this entire scenario is that there's a smarter way that old mate could have done all this, and he's just gone in guns blazing, expecting to just be able to get away with it. That was it. Like,
this was the greatest thing ever.
You didn't need to shoot the ships that were on the ground at all. Like, that's not his target. His target was inside the bunker. And you could use your powers of deduction to go, hey, I've just arrived at a bunker.
Who are you to argue that this man... Who are you to argue that this man doesn't know what he's doing? I mean, I love this.
Hey, I didn't say it wasn't entertaining. Like, old mate literally could have just camped the fucking top of the elevator, waited for the bounty to pop out and just pop him in the back of the head. Done. Gone back to his ship and fucked off.
Alright, now we're going to watch this man. We're going to watch him bring him in cold. Okay? Because this is an extremely important step into being a bounty hunter in Star Citizen.
What I'm amazed by here, though, what we're seeing is like they're pretty much having a staring contest. Like he's going, oh yeah, there he is. Like, didn't fucking press the trigger. He's going, yep, there he is. Let's see who fires first.
Another civilian.
Gotcha. Is that Major?
Was he facing the other way?
Major
I thought he was
Rage.
looking at him.
That's our target. Alright, let's take him with us.
He's not even armed.
So
Bringing him in cold.
he cleared it. So I'm pretty sure he cleared his crime stat, which is why he lost the objective. And then
I think that's it.
he went up and basically he still killed him. Even though he was technically a civilian at that point. Just fucking bring him in cold, man. Bring him in cold.
Take you in.
Like,
You're now a free man. You're now a free man. And I'm just gonna
like
fucking turn you into the authorities.
Just waiting for a tour to like just slam into the side of the ship when he fucking gets on.
I just love the fact that this guy technically just became a free man. Like, he cleared his crime stat and everything. It's like, nope, you're getting brought back to the station in a paddy wagon, friend.
No, this
just
isn't
because
it's not a security bunker.
Alright.
Is it not a security bunker?
No, like the bounty hunter, fucking Hodoth, whatever his name is, but he destroyed a civilian ship. Wasn't a criminal.
Oh, so then he got charged, which made him lose the contract.
That's right. And he realized that,
right.
and then just went, "I'm going to do it anyway."
Yeah. Now I'm tracking. I thought they were at like a.
Let's get out of
bunker
here.
where you can clear.
Like, that's actually not a bad pirate fucking hit, really.
His friends will. So we better move.
Oh, if you look at the chat there, Jamie Owu and Major Rage are in the chat. They're talking in global. Fucking hell.
Yes, Daymar, and be careful of the NPCs.
Fucking hell.
Hey, be careful of the NPCs, guys. Even this guy.
I think there's some more crates though. Yep. Let's see what's in this real quick.
He's gonna blow the boxes away.
I'm getting too greedy though.
You don't need to land to get those boxes. What? Why are you getting out the side of the ship?
So I gotta make a living.
He's got to make a living. You just heard him.
There we go.
He's got to make a living.
I think I've turned into more of a pirate than a bounty hunter.
No shit.
At this point,
Yeah.
I think it's more productive to be a pirate.
Hey, see, now some sense coming out of this guy.
But we'll take him back to the bounty hunters guild.
Piracy's easy mode though.
We'll try and
Oh,
get
ship.
Oh, someone's here.
Chevron. 2 chevrons. Red and blue.
There
Uh-oh.
they are.
Uh-oh, look at
They
that.
come back for round 2.
It is.
Oh, yeah, here he
Major.
is.
Here he comes. There he goes.
Where? What? What just happened?
Why are you fighting an atmosphere
Okay,
in a
there's another
fucking
one
freelancer?
He was put in this position. He has no choice.
What ships does he fight? The target is like 6 kilometers away. Why?
I'm telling you, man. I'm pretty sure
What is
Skunkworks
this
would really
target
like this
doing?
guy. Look at the amount of missiles.
What's he doing?
He's just stationary. What the fuck? Oh no, has he been shut off? Is that a nomad?
no, I can't
It's a
see it.
nomad.
Come on, let's finish him.
He's been bricked. Yeah, he's just falling out of the sky. He's been
There we
bricked.
go. Okay. Let's get out of here. Finish Major. Finish him first, actually.
He's not even using his. He's just using missiles in weapons
He's
range.
got
There we
cruise
go.
control on.
He's going too fast.
He's got cruise control.
I like this
Let's go
guy.
here. Come on.
You have to respect it. You have to respect the effort that it takes to fight, to look,
Come on, come on.
act, and fight like an NPC.
Fuck.
Good hits.
He's encouraging him to.
He's too quick.
What's he in?
And we're too tanky for his ship.
I love this. This is great. This is the greatest. Like, look how far the pit is away from that ship, dude.
Oh.
Look how far it is
close.
away.
He's
You know,
dipping.
Man,
Alright. He warped out.
like,
Okay, time to take our payloads home.
Wordle
Saxon
aim.
was-
Honestly, I've been playing Wordle for the past couple of days. It's gotten my attention.
Mission success.
I'll be honest. Wait, you didn't kill him?
no, the other guy ran away.
Well, we still
Oh,
got our
Jesus,
bounties,
that landing.
technically.
Oh, he's got
Well,
the body in the
Here
back
he
still.
is. Major
he
Rage
brought
living
him
up to his
in cold.
name.
Bought him in cold.
He's pretty mad in side chat. So, let's make him madder. He's saying we can't shoot a ship that flies. But he didn't do anything either. He's the dead one. You may want to sit. He says he's gonna come back for us again.
This is
That's
where I'd be
funny.
like, oh yeah, man, totally, I'm waiting for you right there.
I don't know why he's mad.
Fuck
He had a
off someone
bounty on
else.
his head. I'm still alive in the verse, mate. Mission failed. Nope. You're right here in my ship, Major. I'm looking at your body. Ah, the old freelancer did us good today.
The old freelancer did us good.
I guess we're a pirate bounty hunter now. At least when there's more than one enemy on the scene, I think that's the strat.
My favorite part of this video is the fact that he just saw like some
Especially if
random
they
dude
get
and
this
just fucking
mad.
popped
I'm
him
gonna
in
take
the
a
head.
picture next to
straight
my body.
away.
That was the best part of this video.
Major Rage living up to his name.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that clever line? Major Rage, living up to his name. You know.
Alright, time
Yeah,
to
it was-
clear our stat. Get Major Rage off our tail. And go back to being a law-abiding citizen.
Oh god, the
Now.
landing's gonna be rough. Oh! Jesus.
Is this, which one is this?
There we go.
Is he trying to clear?
Which security bunker was
I
it
think
though?
this
Because
is
it
a more
didn't look
fun way
like.
to play, though. Otherwise, you just die to the bounty's friends every
Lyria.
time.
Oh yeah.
on Lyria. Oh, you just brought that dude in cold.
Another cold
and that
one.
Okay.
Another cold one, man.
Clear our name.
They're all cold.
We brought him in cold.
He's
Oh man, this is gold. I love it.
I love this. Like this is my favorite video, man. Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever.
What's
Why,
are we at the
why
end?
is it? What are we at the? What is happening? Why is it black?
It's probably the whole, because we're on SyncTube, it won't be showing it, but it'd be the
Oh, it'd be the end cards. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Well,
oh man,
brought him in cold.
that guy, man, just he just brought him in cold, man. That's all he does. He just brings them in cold.
Like, yes,
He does everything cold. Like he eats cold pizza, you know. He loves winter.
hopefully, you know, it looked like he enjoyed himself. I'm a bit disappointed though, because he didn't look like the Mandalorian at all in any of it. And the thumbnail, I didn't post the link for the video. If you check out the thumbnail for the video, it's actually a really cool looking thumbnail that has a Mandalorian vibe about it. Cold beans from the tin. Yeah, it's definitely a clickbaity title. Yeah. I hope he learns from
apparently the video that he posted was recorded very early in his Star Citizen career, so don't judge. So does that mean he was cold? Was he too cold? Was he not warmed up to Star Citizen? He was too cold, I guess.
Needed to warm up a bit more.
You needed to warm up just a little bit more. That's it, man.
It was a cold start.
It was a cold start, dude. Oh my god. Oh, it's these jokes just write themselves, man.
It's so another reason why I watched this video is because it has 46,000 views on it. And to be honest, I thought it was going to be a lot better. Like, it was entertaining, I guess, but yeah, like
I was expecting to be warmed up to it. I was just cold the whole time.
yeah, just couldn't warm up to it. It was really bad. It could be better. And that's one of the things, like, I'm hoping that there's more follow-ups, because this isn't the only one. Like, he's done one, Star Citizen about Mandalorian bounty hunting before. I hope it actually does build up. But the vibe that he was going for, where it was a bit more like story-based, so, you know, like him hunting down the target, engaging the target, taking him down, bringing him in cold. It kind of reminds me of like the way that we do our piracy videos, where it's like we're hunting for the target, we find the target, we intercept, disable, board, seize, you know, get the payout or not, and then move on to the next one. He gets a pass because he commented on one of Hannah's videos.
What from you or us?
No, from Hannah.
Jeez, man.
Tell make a 318 video scraping your ship like the Jawas. Go track down old mate when he's pretending to be the Mandalorian.
I bring the salvage in warm. I'm gonna bring the salvage in cold. I need lunch. I need lunch.
I kind of get like him going for that whole RP vibe to try and, you know, bring in more of an audience. It seems like this video is on his second channel, and he's only got like 8,000 subs on the second channel. His main channel has 250,000. But this is like, I think, the most recent video on that second channel that's got 46,000 views on it. And I thought it was interesting that it had gotten that many over the course of, I think it was 8 days. It came out 8 days ago. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. I hope he continues trying to push himself. Well, there's an opportunity there that I see from the bounty hunting gameplay side to improve. You know, use tactics and try and do things a bit more sneakier as opposed to showing up and just blasting the fuck out of everything.
What's wrong with that?
Well, you know, like, bounty hunters are supposed to be a bit more like refined in their technique. They don't just go in indiscriminately killing everything. They've got a very specific target to take down.
Very specific.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to call it there for the stream. I think nearly at the 3 hour mark.
Lunchtime. Now, chat, be honest. What are you gonna have for lunch? So be honest here. What do we really have for lunch?
I'm gonna be going to bed. I gotta get up in like 4 hours.
We still have things to do, agents.
Cold cuts. Still have things to do. Imagine being American.
I love it.
I live in the future though, because I'm Australian. Whataburger. Cold pizza. I actually feel like some pizza right now. Shouldn't eat though. Dobbs, what are you planning on doing for lunch? Are you trying to bloody get ideas from chat?
That was part of the reason. So yeah, I do have some stuff in my fridge. Let's see. I think I have some leftover pot roast with some seasoned, like some grilled asparagus. Fucking what else? What else do I got in there?
Grilled asparagus. Why would you keep that?
Huh? They're actually really good leftovers. Don't knock it, man. So I might actually have some of the pot roast. Just kind of, I'm not really sure what I want to have it with though.
Well, make sure you get a cold beverage.
Yeah. Bring that beverage in cold.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. Right, guys? I'm gonna have a good old-fashioned American cold beverage. Like a freedom-loving, God-fearing American.
Hey, Space Dude!
See, you hear that? I could just feel that
he's trying to get rid of us
from your fingertips right now. As you type, like, oh, I hate Americans.
Thank you very much for the super chat there, Space Dude. I think he's trying to get rid of us, though. So, have a good one. Go away. We're sick of your stream.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Anyway, thank you very much for coming along. Just so that you're all aware, we've reopened recruitment for Mongrel Squad. again. So
Oh god.
navigate to the RSI website. You will find the instructions there that you need. Adrian, thank you very much for the super chat. 2 cold ones for the stream. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you for your 2.
Space Dude's still here. Thought you were trying. No, Space Dude, I thought you were trying to get rid of us.
It's not how that works, man.
Bring him in cold. Yeah, recruitment's open back up for Mongrel Squad again. So if you're interested in joining, go to our RSI website. The links will be around. Just Google us or look at the About Us. You can find us. We're not that hard to find.
Never. Never, not once, never.
Stream for next week, not sure what time or day it'll be on, but more than likely same time, same day. Also, we've got an upcoming Mongrel Court, which will be on the 21st at 3 p.m. UTC, usual time. And I've already got the guests locked down, but I'm not going to announce them until closer to the date. So next week's rant, I will announce who is actually going to be appearing on it. For the Mongrel Court, not the reaction stream. But yeah. That's it from me. Say bye, Dobbs.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell.
I'll get the inspiration sorted out in a moment. We'll catch us all next week.
Notice each point that connects your breath to everything around you. Put your emotions upon your spirit. Focus on your breathing. Focus on how your spirit is letting go of your skin. Working as a law enforcer is a lot like being in hell. Just embarrassing. Don't you get tired of interrupting people? Remember how the king of yoga once said, reality ends where the universe begins. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. In and out. A tooth for a tooth, a bread for a bread. Carry on vanishing. Remember to tell yourself, life is not real. Contemplate these words of wisdom. political loathing is still loathing. Don't forget that holy is he that passiveth his grandfather, for he also passiveth himself, and be assured that no son yet lusted after his own brain, but regretted and boasted about it, very much like the father in the gold, for we are warts of his back, and his eyes, until judgment day. Aim to loosen your teeth. Keep repeating this to yourself, I'm magical, I'm magical. Remember to tell yourself, I am very, very cool. Don't trust yourself. Become one with your own vagina. A humble philosopher once approached a tired, old widow and asked her, how can it be that you are so admired, you who were just a tired, old widow? The answer to that is because I always try to keep in mind that a tired, old widow is only a tired, old widow if the tired, old widow thinks herself to be a tired, old widow, replied the widow. The philosopher had never before heard such truth spoken, and took it with him for the rest of his life. And later in his life, he killed himself. Meditate on this ancient Buddhist wisdom. Theater is Latin and means safe space. You are a lonely monster. Confront it before it kills you. Your bodily orifices are annihilating the cosmos. Keep chanting this mantra. Being is temporary. Being is temporary. Being is temporary. By self-stimulating you can become high. Ignore the connection between your pineal gland and time itself. You can be annoying. Repeat this mantra to yourself, I'm so infinite, I'm so infinite. Now come to notice your ovaries. Look into the mirror and realize that you're great. Focus on your breathing. There was once a wise, old wild man who was trying to find a place to rest. That was when he ran into an unmarried priestess. Priestess, where can a wise, old wild man like myself find a place to rest? He asked the priestess. The priestess thought long and hard, then she said, go play with yourself. The wild man gave a nod to the priestess and took her advice to heart. The following day, after hours fetching water from his well, the wild man realized, all the world is an adventure if only we do our best. Not long after, he was in possession of a place to rest, and he was never again confused. Meditate on this insight. Just because it's uncool to be horrifying doesn't mean it's horrifying to be uncool. Force yourself to focus on your ass. Keep in mind the ancient proverb, get hated. Forget the fact that humankind rocks.